Hello there, welcome back to my channel. And obviously if you read the thumbnail you know that I'm looking at sets that are retiring in 2026. Now I know that's a long way away, but like I said in my last video, some of the sets will be retiring at the end of July, so that comes around really quickly. So it is worth knowing some of the sets that are going in the future, because you'll be looking at sets that are retiring now and maybe they will complement one of the sets that's retiring in 2026. So it might be worth you sort of thinking, right, well if I get that, it'll go with that, and then I'll have like a bundle or a set or something like that that might help you sell it and get more for it, that kind of thing. That's my kind of thinking about it anyway. And I always think it's good to know well in advance kind of what is retiring, even if it might change, you never know. I mean, doing this paperwork and things like that, it helps me keep it in my mind and think, you know, that's going to retire soon, and I know what that set is, and somebody mentions that set, I know which one they're talking about even without even looking at it, sort of thing like that, you know. Also, I better go through my usual spiel about what it is that I do. I'm a member of a few sites where I have to pay monthly to get the information that I give to you. I keep saying on here, like, it's a bit like Ignite. Obviously it's not the same, you know, what Ignite does, you're paying $50 and they've got software that kind of searches everything for you, and you got Bucky with your green lights and red lights and all that kind of thing like that. So I'm not trying to say that I'm as good as that kind of thing, so just in case they're going to send me an email saying, you know, you're not allowed to use our name or whatever it is. I'm just saying that there's only so many sites that you can go to get the information from, you know, kind of like Keeper, Camel 3X, Amazon, eBay, you know, Bricklink, all those kind of websites. So there's only so many that you can go from. So I'm getting the information from the same places that they are, that's all. I'm not saying that it's as good as or anything like that. I mean, eventually if my site does become financially kind of, you know, makes enough money that I can afford to do Ignite, then maybe I'll do that, and that will give me extra information. Like I've said before, maybe I could use Bucky a couple of times and give that out as well. But yeah, I'm not kind of saying that I'm the same as or anything like that, just in case they're watching or somebody's watching and sort of saying, oh, he's saying he's as good as Ignite, that kind of thing. Right, so the information that I get, it only covers Amazon, eBay, Bricklink and StockX, and it only covers America, Canada, UK, Europe, Denmark and Australia. So the figures that I give you is only from those websites, and it's only from those countries. And it's also, it doesn't cover Lego.com, Lego the store in the UK, Argos, Sainsbury's, Zavvi, any of those places, or in America, Target, Barnes and Noble, anything like that. So it only covers Amazon, eBay, Bricklink and StockX. I know I keep having to repeat it, but also, just as you know, I say something called a retirement pop. That's just to explain that, like, at the end of 2025, the sets that will retire at the end of December, for sort of 4 to 6 weeks, people realise that the set has retired and it's something that they wanted, so they quickly go out and buy it. So the sets increase, and they go for more than they expected to go for in the first sort of 4 to 6 weeks, and they kind of settle down. So if I say a retirement pop of say 12%, later on maybe it'll settle down to 10%, so it'll increase by 10% each year going forward, sort of thing like that. But initially, for that first sort of 4 to 6 weeks, the retirement pop is usually higher, and then it'll come down a little bit and settle. Okay, I think that's covered everything now. So I'm going to the second part of Star Wars that's retiring in 2026. So there's quite a lot of them, so I better stop talking and get on with it. Right, so the first one is 75400, Plo Koon, is it, or Plo Koo? I don't know. I've heard other people say Plo Koo, but so it's Plo Koon's Jedi Starfighter Microfighter, $12.99. It's got a shelf life, or it will have by the end of 2026, 1 year and 7 months. Brickeconomy values it at £12. It's 15 pence per piece. It's one unique figure valued at £7. In the last 30 days, sold 43 sets. Highest amount was 21 and the lowest amount was 10. It's got a 13% retirement pop with an expected good investment. Now it's ranked 27th in the microfighters and it's sold 5,108 sets. Now again, like I did in my last video, I'm giving the figures for the US and the UK out of that. So it sold 5,108 sets. Out of those, 2,448 were bought in the US and 519 in the UK. So the rest of the remaining numbers from the 5,108 is Canada, Europe, Denmark and Australia. Okay, right, so the next one is 75402, the ARC 170 Starfighter, $59.99. That'll have a 2-year shelf life. Brickeconomy values it at £47. It's 12 pence per piece. It's got 4 unique figures valued at £27. In the last 30 days, sold 30 sets. The highest amount was 67 and the lowest amount was 42. It's got a 17% retirement pop with an expected good investment. And that one's ranked 13th in the episode 3 theme. It sold 8,464. 4,329 in the US and 666 in the UK. Obviously a bit of a demon. Next one is 75403, Grogu with Hoverpram, $89.99. That'll be a 2-year shelf life as well. That's if it retires. Brickeconomy values it at £66, 9 pence per piece. And it's got one figure valued at about £1 because it's literally everywhere, isn't it? In the last 30 days, sold 38 sets. Highest amount was 97 and the lowest amount was 59. It's got an 11% retirement pop with an expected good investment. That one's ranked 17th in the Mandalorian theme and it sold 4,619 sets, of which 2,436 were in the US and 462 in the UK. Next one is 75406, the Kylo Ren's Command Shuttle, $59.99. It'll have a shelf life of 1 year, 8 months. Brickeconomy values it at £47. It's 16 pence per piece. In the last 30 days, sold 45 sets. The highest amount was 68, the lowest amount is 42. It's got an 11% retirement pop and it's expected good investment. And that one's ranked 6th in the Starship collection. It sold 1,252 sets. 729 in the US and 120 in the UK. Next one is 75407, the brick built Star Wars logo, $59.99. It'll have a 1 year, 8 months shelf life. Brickeconomy values it at £43. It's 9 pence per piece. In the last 30 days, sold 60 sets. The highest amount was 71 and the lowest amount was 35. It's got a 12% retirement pop with an expected good investment. That one's ranked 358th in the Star Wars theme. And it sold 5,635 sets, of which 2,994 are in the US and 501 are in the UK. Next one is 75408, Jango Fett helmet, $69.99. It'll have a 1 year, 8 months shelf life. Brickeconomy values it at £49. It's 11 pence per piece. In the last 30 days, sold 60 sets. Highest amount was 77 and the lowest amount was 42. It's got a 13% retirement pop with an expected good investment. It's ranked 13th in the helmet collection and it sold 4,374, of which 2,130 are in the US and 585 in the UK. Now obviously with these sets I'm working my way along and I'm getting to the more up-to-date, kind of only just released. So when I get to those sets, there's not going to be many that have been sold because they've only literally been out a month. So just sort of bear that in mind as we go along, because obviously, like I say, it's quite early. As we go along, obviously the sales will increase, so the figures will change. Obviously the values and that'll change as well. Next one is 75409, the Jango Fett's Fire Spray class Starship, $259.99. That will have a 1 year, 8 months shelf life if it retires. Brickeconomy values it at £254. It's 9 pence per piece. It's got 2 figures, 1 unique, valued at £71. In the last 30 days, sold 38 sets, and somebody must have really wanted it, because the highest it sold for is 395, and the lowest it sold for was 197. It's got a 12% retirement pop with an expected good investment. That one's ranked 22nd in the UCS theme. It sold 6,246 sets, of which 3,579 were in the US and 570 were in the UK. Next one is 75410, the Mando and Grogu's N1 Starfighter, $24.99. That's a little 4+ one. That will have had a 2-year shelf life. Brickeconomy values it at £21. It's 27 pence per piece. 3 figures, 1 unique, valued at £14. In the last 30 days, sold 26 sets. The highest amount was 33, the lowest amount was 19. So it'll have 11% retirement pop with expected good investment. And it's ranked 18th in the Mandalorian theme, and it sold 1,843 sets, of which 777 are in the US and 219 in the UK. Next one is 75411, Darth Maul Mech, $12.99. That will have a 1-year 7-month shelf life. Brickeconomy values it at £13.50. It's 9 pence per piece. It's got 2 unique figures valued at £10. In the last 30 days, sold 37 sets. The highest amount was 22, the lowest amount was 11. It's got a 13% retirement pop, and it's ranked 5th in the mechs theme. It sold 1,082 sets, of which 690 were in the US and 507 in the UK. Next one is 75412, the Death Trooper and Night Trooper Battle Pack, $17.99. That will have had a 1-year 7-month shelf life. Brickeconomy values it at £17. It's 15 pence per piece. 4 figures, 2 unique, valued at £12. In the last 30 days, sold 48 sets. The highest amount was 31, the lowest amount was 17. So 11% retirement pop with an expected good investment. And that one's ranked 5th in the Ahsoka theme. It sold 4,784 sets, of which 1,809 are in the US and 621 in the UK. Next one is 75413, the Republic Juggernaut, $139.99. That will have a 1-year 5-month shelf life, and that's if it doesn't get pulled earlier than that, because of the fact that quite a lot of people don't like it. Brickeconomy values it at £121. It's 17 pence per piece. It's got 8 figures, 3 unique, valued at £106, which is pretty good for a £140 set. In the last 30 days, sold 22 sets, and someone must have really wanted it, because the highest it sold for was 221, and the lowest it sold for was 114. Now that's got a 14% retirement pop with an expected good investment, unless you listen to DG Bricks, as I don't know if anybody watches DG Bricks, which I do. He really doesn't like this set, and he says it's terrible. If you pick it up, it falls apart, and it literally, I watched one of his videos the other day, and he really doesn't like this set. Says it's terrible. Anyway, it's ranked 86th in the Clone Wars, and it sold 487 sets. Like I say, that's only just come out, so he's not going to sell many yet. 243 in the US and only 15 in the UK. Obviously, that's only 15 through those sites that, Amazon, eBay, Bricklink, StockX. It's not 15 in the whole country, anybody going to anywhere and buying it. Next one is 75414, the Force Burner Snow Speeder, $44.99. That'll have a 1-year 5-month shelf life. Brickeconomy values it at £39. It's 13 pence per piece. It's got 3 unique figures valued at £34. In the last 30 days, sold 28 sets. The highest amount was 60, the lowest amount was 40. So 40 is only £5 more than the MSRP, so it's not too bad. It's ranked 4th in the Rebuild the Galaxy theme, and it sold 480 sets, of which 195 were in the US and 39 in the UK. Next one is 75415, the Kylo Ren helmet, $59.99. That will have had a 1 year, 8 month shelf life. Brickeconomy values it at £60, basically retail. 11 pence per piece. In the last 30 days, sold 40 sets. The highest amount was 83, the lowest amount was 43. It's got a 13% retirement pop with an expected good investment. Now that one's ranked 14th in the helmet collection. It sold 3,315 sets, of which 1,764 was in the US and 351 in the UK. Next one is 75416, a Chopper C1 10P 94.99. That'll have a 1 year, 8 month shelf life. Brickeconomy values it at £73. It's 9 pence per piece. It's got one figure valued at £12. It's not even a unique one. It's just it's another set. In the last 30 days, sold 36 sets. The highest amount was 119. The lowest amount was 78. It's got an 11% retirement pop with an expected good investment. It's ranked 6th in the Ahsoka theme. It sold 2,744 sets, of which 1,506 was in the US and 240 in the UK, which doesn't leave many for the rest of the countries. Next one is 75417, the 80 ST Walker, 179.99. Now that will have had a 1 year, 5 month shelf life. Brickeconomy values it 170. It's 12 pence per piece. It's got one unique figure valued at £47. In the last 30 days, sold 26 sets. The highest amount was 268. So that's almost £100 over. And the lowest amount was 142. It's got a 12% retirement pop with expected good investment. That one's ranked 41st in the UCS theme. It sold 1,104 sets, of which 528 were in the US and 108 in the UK. Next one is 75428, the Battle Droid with STAP, 119.99. That will have had a 1 year, 6 month shelf life. Brickeconomy values it £118. It's 11 pence per piece. It's got one droid with it, which is only worth about £3. In the last 30 days, sold 17 sets. The highest amount was 197. The lowest amount was 110. Now it's got a 15% retirement pop with expected good investment. And that one's ranked 44th in the Episode 1 theme. It's only sold 616 sets, of which 351 were in the US and 45 were in the UK. Next one is 75429, the AT-80 driver helmet, 69.99. That will have had a 1 year, 10 month shelf life. Brickeconomy values it at £59. It's 10 pence per piece. In the last 30 days, sold 32 sets. The highest amount was 87, the lowest amount was 55. That's got a 14% retirement pop with an expected good investment. That one's ranked 12th in the helmet collection. It sold 5,845 sets, of which 3,183 were in the US and 606 in the UK. Next one, well, the next 5 basically, that'll finish it off. The information is kind of pretty low for these because they've only been out for like a month. And in fact, the next set, 75430, the Wicket, the Ewok, 109.99. That will have had, if he does retire, is 1 year, 5 months shelf life. At the moment, Brickeconomy values at £92. It's 11 pence per piece. It's got one unique figure valued at £22. But at the moment, there's no data on how many are sold and how high and how low, because it's just there hasn't enough of them haven't sold to be enough data. The only thing I can tell you is it's got 11% retirement pop with expected good investment. And it has sold so far 470 sets, but still not enough to give you the other information. It's ranked 48th in the Episode 6 theme, and it sold 470, of which 291 were in the US and 57 were in the UK. Next one is 75431, the 327th Star Clone Trooper Battle Pack, $34.99. It's a mouthful, isn't it? Yeah. That will have had 1 year, 5 months shelf life if it doesn't get extended. Brickeconomy values it at £33 at the moment, 14 pence per piece. Now it's got 8 figures stroke droids, 3 of which are unique, and one of those 3 there's 3 of in it, if you understand that. Anyway, so they're all combined a total of £31. In the last 30 days, sold 38 sets. The highest amount was 58, the lowest amount was 27. It's got a 14% retirement pop with expected good investment. That one's ranked 71st in the Clone Wars theme, and it sold 1,399 sets, of which 561 were in the US and 99 in the UK. Next one is 75432, the V19 Torrent Starfighter, $59.99. Now that will have had a 1 year, 5 month shelf life. Brickeconomy values it at £51. It's 11 pence per piece. 3 unique figures valued at £32. In the last 30 days, sold 35 sets. The highest amount was 86. The lowest amount was 48. It's got a 14% retirement pop with expected good investment. It's ranked 77th in the Clone Wars theme. It sold 1,126 sets, 570 in the US and 93 in the UK. Next one is 75434, the K2SO, $79.99. That will have had a 1 year, 5 month shelf life as well. Brickeconomy values it at 76. It's 9 pence per piece. It's got 1 droid that's valued at £10. In the last 30 days, it sold 32 sets. The highest amount was £118, which is alright, isn't it? The lowest amount is 59. It's got a 12% retirement pop with expected good investment. So that one's ranked 3rd in the Andor theme. It sold 1,157 sets, of which 555 are in the US and 81 are in the UK. And the last one is 75435. So the Battle of, is it Fallujah? I mean, I thought that was in Afghanistan or something, but anyway. The Separatists MTT, $139.99. That's got a 1 year, 5 month shelf life. So at the moment, Brickeconomy values at £123. 14 pence per piece. So at 12 figures, 3 of them unique, valued at £97. 97 from a £140 set. It's pretty good, that, isn't it? The last 30 days, sold 23 sets. The highest amount was 197 and the lowest amount was 118. It's got a 14% retirement pop with expected good investment. It's ranked 80th in the Clone Wars theme. It sold 802 sets, of which 333 were in the US and 39 are in the UK. Now, like I said, obviously these have only been out for the last 5 or so, have only been out for a month. So the figures on these are, pretty low on how many have sold, but also pretty high on some of the prices that they've gone for, because people have had to have it and they bought it. My next video will be ideas that's retiring in 2026. So I will see you in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe. I'll see you again. Bye.